This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for September 6, 2023. And in the news this evening, person of interest in Spanish Town triple murder killed. The police have revealed that a man who was listed as a person of interest in the triple murder in Waterloo District, Spanish Town, St. Catherine, was shot and killed Wednesday morning. Senior Superintendent of Police Stephanie Lindsay said that police assigned to the St. Catherine North Division were acting on intelligence when the man who was listed as Gaza or Gaza man was shot and killed. She also revealed that the deceased man's brother, along with 2 other men, were taken into custody.
What happened yesterday morning is a continuation of a gang conflict that started sometime in August, where some incident happened, and this yesterday seemed to be a response to what happened then as part of the ongoing gang conflict. So they carried out an operation this morning. It was intelligence-led. Out of that operation, they seized 2 illegal firearms. One person, there was an incident and one person was fatally shot. And 3 persons taken into custody. One of the person that died in the incident this morning was named yesterday afternoon by the investigators as a person of interest. He was named on the list as Gaza or Gaza man. So the firearm was seized, and he unfortunately he died during that incident. One of the persons in custody of the 3 is a brother of his, and there are 2 other persons.
SSP Lindsay confirmed that Tuesday's murders were a continuation of a gang conflict that started sometime in August. Yesterday seemed to be a response to what happened then as part of the ongoing gang conflict, she said. In addition to Gaza man, the police had released the names of 6 other men as the persons of interest in the murders. They are Demar Williams, otherwise called Kiki, Othni Loban, otherwise called Tinkman, a man known only as Buffy, a man known only as Richie, a man known only as Negos, who is said to be overseas, and a man known only as Blacks. The 3 deceased, 34-year-old Sharon Francis Wellington, her husband, 43-year-old Omar Wellington, and the 16-year-old son Orlando Wellington were found dead inside their home with hands bound and, according to the police, were shot and their throats slashed. Police said that residents reported hearing explosions after 3 a.m. and when checks were made, the family members were found dead. 2 in custody following attempted robbery in St. Mary. 2 men are in custody after they reportedly attempted to rob a farmer in Lewis's store, St. Mary, on Tuesday. One of the suspects is being treated in hospital after he was shot by a licensed firearm holder during the incident. A 9mm pistol was also recovered and handed over to the police. According to the police report, a 72-year-old farmer carried out a transaction at a bank in Port Maria and returned home. On exiting his vehicle, he observed 2 men running toward him. The complainant did not recognize the men and ran to his house, where he barricaded himself inside. The men attempted to force their way inside the house, but fled when the farmer discharged his licensed firearm through a window. Another licensed firearm holder was forced to discharge his weapon at the suspects after one opened fire at him as they fled the scene. One of the suspects was shot. A firearm which fell from his hand was retrieved. The other man who left the scene returned and was pointed out as the second suspect. The injured gunman was taken to a medical facility, while his crony was taken into custody. St. Mary wanted man captured in targeted raid. A man wanted for the offense of wounding with intent was captured early Wednesday morning in Gale, St. Mary, the Jamaica Constabulary Force revealed. Kurt Garth Griffiths was taken into custody around 2:30 a.m. According to Acting Commanding Officer for the St. Mary Division, Deputy Superintendent of Police Kevin Francis, Griffiths was apprehended without incident. The St. Mary Police, through partnership with our citizens, have provided information on the whereabouts of Curtis Griffiths, who was wanted on charges of wounding with intent in the Anata Bay area. A targeted raid was planned and carried out about 2:30 this morning, and the suspect was found and taken into safe custody without incident, DSP Francis said. We are looking at this as a win for not just the police but for citizens, and it bolsters the relationship and shows that the police and the citizens can work together to achieve these kinds of successes, he added. Francis went on to issue a stern warning to the other people on the wanted list. We are encouraging you to turn yourself in. We will be relentless in our approach to finding you, and our citizens will continue to work with the police with a view to make Jamaica a place to live, raise families, and to do business. We continue with our efforts in St. Mary to be contributing to make the JCF a force for good, DSP Francis said. FSC reports a cyber breach. The Financial Services Commission says it has experienced a cyber event. In a media release on Wednesday, the FSC said a dedicated team of cybersecurity experts from the Jamaica Cyber Incident Response Team and the Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency is working aggressively to assess the extent of the event. The FSC wishes to assure our staff, licensees, registrants, and other stakeholders that all efforts are being made to protect their personal information and the data, the release read. It did not disclose the extent of the cyber event. It added the FSC takes the security of our systems and the data very seriously and is working assiduously to address the situation with alacrity. The FSC said it remains operational, however, stakeholders may experience delayed responses and processing times. Clarendon woman charged with a mother's murder. A 25-year-old woman from Clarendon has been charged with a murder following the stabbing death of her mother. Charged is Danica Davis, otherwise called the Kim of Bryan's Peace. The deceased has been identified as 60-year-old Martella Abbott Sapleton, otherwise called Murty, of the same address. The incident reportedly happened at their home on Sunday, September 3. Reports from the Frankfield police are that an argument developed between the women, during which it is alleged that Davis attempted to strangle her mother with a piece of electrical wire. Abbott Sapleton reportedly tried to free herself, and a knife was brought into play and was used to inflict stab wounds to her upper body. Davis then reportedly visited the police station, where she reported her actions and was arrested. Abbott Sapleton was transported to a hospital where she was pronounced dead. Davis was charged on Tuesday after she allegedly confessed during a question and answer session. Her court date is being finalized. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.